All right, we are live on the Coach Eli television network. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you'd all join me here tonight on this beautiful, amazing Saturday night. It is 11:09 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 8:09 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And I got to tell you, my ears popped, they unclogged. And everything seems extremely loud because, when you have clogged ear syndrome, like I get every now and then due to allergies and mucus getting lodged into your middle ear area, once they unclog, it feels like, whoa, man, everything's like 100 times louder again. But anyway, I have a great show and very, very important show for you folks here tonight. More so especially for men, but women can learn from this too, as always. I do cater my content to both men and women. And if you're a man especially, but women too, you're going to want to stick around because I'm going to be starting something brand new coming up this week or within the next few days that's going to tremendously help men in ways that they need help and in ways unlike they've ever been supported before. So stick around for that. Before we get to that, let me first of all make sure that the YouTube notification has gone out, and it has. And let me just also check out the back end of all three platforms that they're rolling smoothly. YouTube is rolling smoothly on the back end. So is Facebook. And so is D Live. All right. So without further ado, let's just get right to it. Tonight's topic is why men don't ask for help. Guys, we need to start supporting each other. One more time. The topic is why men don't ask for help. Guys, we need to start supporting each other. I'm going to start off by sharing my thoughts about this and then also sharing what I'm going to be creating within the next few days, maybe even as soon as tomorrow. But more than likely within the next few days, it'll be completed. And I'll announce that here on the Coach Eli television network, more so primarily on YouTube. But I'm going to talk about that. And then I'm also going to share a few other things regarding some people I've been following on YouTube for a while or on social media. And I've seen what they've been doing lately, and I'm really proud of them. And I want to extend an olive branch to them. So stick around for that. But yeah, if you saw the thumbnail, if you actually looked at the thumbnail and read the thumbnail that you clicked into the stream today, it says, "Are men too proud to ask for help?" One more time. Are men too proud to ask for help? If you're a normal guy, or even a little less than normal, because we have our moments, right, guys? Okay. I'm sure you felt this way. I'm sure you felt too proud to ask help from anyone, whether it's your family, whether it's your guy friends, whether it's a girlfriend that you're dating, or a wife if you're married. And why do you feel this way? Why do you feel this way? Because the social stigma, more so nowadays in this modern world we live in where women are liberated, they're independent, right? If we, as a man, have to ask for help, we're scrutinized that we're not men enough and we can't handle this stuff on our own. And we're not good enough. We're not strong enough. We're weak. We're needy. We're desperate. We're insecure, right? We're unstable, right? We've all heard all that, right? Through social media, the mainstream media, the social stigma, etc., right? And the more and more we hear that, the more and more we're led to believe it, right? And even if we don't believe it, because it shouldn't be believed, it's BS in my opinion, when we actually do need help or support from other people, men or women, we remember, we remember what these people have or how these people have scrutinized us, and then we just kind of bottle it up and we keep it to ourselves, right? But like I've said before, I'll say it again tonight. Is that the healthiest thing to do? Right? Is that the healthiest thing for a man to do? And is there anything wrong with men asking for help, asking for support? And does that make you any less of a man? I'm going to come out and say it again here tonight. It does not make you any less of a man to reach out for support to any of your friends, whether they're guys or gals, to your family or anyone else. Doesn't make you any less of a man. In actuality, in my opinion, it makes you more of a man. It makes you less of a man if you don't feel like you can ask for help. Why? Because that's an insecurity. You're feeling insecure that if you ask for help for something legitimately, that you're going to get scrutinized. You fear the repercussion or repercussions of that action, right? So we bottle it up, right? We bottle it up deep within. And like I've said before, I'll say it again. What happens? The pressure starts to build. Like a volcano, the pressure starts to build over many, many years, right? And the more and more you suppress talking about times where you need help or asking people for help during times when you truly need help or support, the more and more you suppress it, the more and more that pressure builds. And what happens when the pressure builds up to the boiling point? Boom! Right? The volcano explodes. So do us men, right? It's like an explosion. Like my truth bomb soundbite. You explode. Like a truth bomb. And when do you explode? At the absolute worst time. Why? Because something triggers that explosion. Because you were seeking for help. You really needed help with something, right? And you just sucked it up because you didn't want to be scrutinized, right? Next thing you know, a wonderful woman comes into your life. You're 3 months into this new relationship. Everything is going great. And by mistake, she says something by mistake and apologizes. But because you've had all this pressure building up from the past, that slight mistake she makes triggers you to explode while you're in front of her or around her. And what does that do? That destroys your relationship. And depending on how bad you explode, if you become physically violent or abusive in some way, you might end up in jail for the night or even get a restraining order. We need to help men before it's too late. We need to help men in the same ways that we're helping women. It is great that women have ungodly amounts and unlimited amounts of support nowadays. They do. Primarily from other women, like I've been saying all along. I've been saying this on many of my past recent videos and streams I've done. Women always support each other, right? Through thick and thin. It's a natural thing amongst women. But when it comes to men, It is not a natural thing for us men to support each other at an emotional level. And we need to start doing that. We need to start focusing more on men's health, especially emotional health. Now, mental health is important too, right? But if you're a man that has mental issues, then you need to see a psychiatrist, you need to see a doctor and get on some medication. What I'm talking about are men that are mentally healthy. There are tons of men that are mentally healthy, but they're not emotionally healthy, right? And if we can't help these men by giving them the emotional support they need, a perfectly mentally healthy man is going to snap and come off like he's mentally unhealthy, and it could create lots of issues in his life, including issues of dealing with the law, right? And ruining his life, right? Like I mentioned in a previous recent stream, the suicide rate amongst men is much higher than it is amongst women. Why is that? Because of the reasons I've been sharing for the past 5 or 10 minutes. Men are just not being supported. Men are being shamed. Okay? And the more and more that the social stigma does this to men, instead of trying to help men by supporting them, the further down masculinity goes. Masculinity is dying. It is. That's my opinion. I'm not saying it's a fact, but it just seems like masculinity is frowned upon and shamed upon, and masculinity is what completely defines a man. So what have I decided to do? I've decided to create a forum for men's emotional health. Now, we can talk about other things in that forum as well, too, such as mental health and spiritual health and physical health, etc. We can talk about anything regarding men, but we can also talk about anything regarding women, too. I'm going to be creating a subreddit, and it's going to be on Reddit. I chose Reddit because I really like the community. To me, Reddit has some of the most raw, real, and authentic postings and comments on any platform. Now, there are a lot of strange things happening on Reddit, right? And there are a lot of men saying some pretty pathetic things on Reddit, same with women. And I'm not here to criticize that. I'm here to say that, hey, you're being raw and real. And that's why I've decided to create this forum on Reddit. And I'll be working on that over the next day or two. And it should be ready by early next week, maybe sooner. I'm also more than likely going to be adding an actual URL that's going to redirect you to the Reddit. I believe I have a domain that I purchased a while back that I haven't used. I buy a bunch of domains and park them because I know at some point down the road, there's going to be a use for them, and you need to buy them and park them before someone else buys them and then tries to sell them to you for ungodly amounts of money. But that's how it's going to go. I'm going to have an actual web domain that I'm going to be sharing through YouTube, Facebook, DLive, and all other aspects of social media I'm involved in. So it's going to redirect you to Reddit. Now, this is going to be a men's health, a men's emotional health or overall health group. But women will be invited and encouraged to participate as well. I'm going to tell you why. Because women will bring a unique element to this that us men need. And on the flip side, we can bring a unique element to women that they need within the conversation and within resolving these issues that we're having nowadays. Now, there are going to be rules. And I know I have a bunch of trolls and haters that still troll me to this day, maybe not as much because I just don't feed into it and I ignore them. But they like to follow me wherever I go. So all these trolls and haters, they're going to follow me over to Reddit, and they're going to, talk trash, and, they're going to try to just tell people I'm a big piece of crap, right? That's fine. You can go ahead and do that. But what you trolls and haters don't understand is that the people on Reddit have been dealing with that already for years and years and years. And it's not going to have the same impact. Your trolling is not going to have the same impact on Reddit as it does or did on YouTube. But I want to make it very clear there are going to be rules there are going to be guidelines and rules on this subreddit. One of the rules is going to be women are allowed and encouraged to participate as long as you're respectful, professional, and mature with your responses, right? And the same thing for men. The rules are also going to work the same way for men, even though it's primarily going to be a forum for men, right? We want to discuss male issues, especially male emotional issues, in the most honest, open, respectful, professional, and mature ways. I expect both men and women to be respectful, professional, and mature. And we can talk about anything and everything. Anything and everything. We're going to have a zero tolerance policy for trolls, a zero tolerance policy for attacks, hate speech. If women come into this forum and start bashing men, they will be immediately banned without notice, without warning. Your warning will be reading the rules before you join this subreddit I create. But on the flip side, the same rules apply for men. You will not bash women in this forum. Now, men and women can disagree with each other and have a civil, respectful conversation about it. That's no problem. We can discuss anything and everything through this forum, and that's what I want to do on this forum. But unless we discuss these issues respectfully, professionally, and maturely, we're never going to resolve the issue, right? And part of men being emotionally healthy is being able to handle this shit maturely, respectfully, professionally, and with emotional strength and emotional maturity. Same thing for you ladies. Despite the fact that you ladies are naturally and biologically emotional all day, every day, like I always say, women are emotional beings. They respond to everything emotionally first based on how they're feeling in the present moment. No problem, ladies. Continue being who you are. But just don't shame men. Don't attack men. And guys, same thing. Don't shame women. Don't attack women. Let's work together. I want to get good, wholesome, decent, respectful men and women that want to better their lives, that want to become stronger emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically. As far as trolls, like I mentioned a second ago, you come in and you attack anyone. You try to share, links to try to, share memes and degrading videos of myself or other people that are part of my group, you'll be removed immediately. I already know that you guys are going to do it, right? I already know you're going to be watching me like a hawk. That's totally fine. It's not going to work. So I would suggest not even trying and wasting your time. But I know how you guys are. You have nothing better to do, right? As a matter of fact, to you trolls and haters, I think you and the primarily, which is what I'm trying to say, trolls are men. And in many cases, they're grown men in their 20s, 30s, and 40s, and 50s, right? The truth of the matter is, to the trolls and haters, those men, you guys need the most help with this, right? So maybe if you can take off your troll cape, like Superman had the S on it, you guys have that like big T on your cape, right? Or ST, super troll, right? Take off your troll cape and participate legitimately, and you can stay. Because the truth of the matter is, you trolls need the most help because you're the most closed off emotionally. You guys have the most emotional issues, which is why you troll. You have nothing better to do with your life or your days, right? If you did, you wouldn't troll, right? But again, they're more than likely not going to change, and we're just going to remove them, right? I will also be giving moderator access. I'm not sure how it works yet on Reddit. I will be figuring out how to run a Reddit group over the next few days, and I will be giving moderator access to any of my moderators on the YouTube side of things if they want that access and if they're going to be able to participate over there. Reddit is very easy to access from your laptop, your desktop, or even the app on your iPhone, your Android, tablet, or any other mobile device. And it'll be very easy to keep up with the communication. And this is going to get interesting. Now, I don't have any moderators here right now. I'm sure Queen and some of the rest of the mods and people that follow me here will watch the replay. Queen, anyone else? We can share other things through this forum as well. We can share video links to our YouTube channels, right? Because I'm a life coach. We can talk about any of life's principles in this Reddit forum. Now, again, primarily, the purpose is men's emotional health. But we can talk about anything and everything on this subreddit because everything affects our emotions, whether we're a man or a woman. And like I said earlier, even though primarily it is going to be a subreddit for men's emotional health, women are going to be encouraged, not only invited, but encouraged to participate. Now, some of you guys might say, Eli, if this is a male emotional support group that you're going to create, what if we don't feel comfortable having women in there? Well, here's the thing. To the guys that think like that, how are you ever going to be able to become emotionally strong and healthy if you can't, tolerate being around women and being vulnerable even around women? What's wrong with being vulnerable around women, right? That's an insecurity that you need to work through as well, right? There's nothing wrong with being vulnerable and open with women being around. And quite frankly, that's part of the problem women have with men nowadays because most men are closed off emotionally and they're not allowing themselves to be vulnerable, to be present in any relationship, right? And women are good at talking about those things. Now, they're also very nasty when they talk about those things, but those women that are very, very nasty, they're going to be blocked. They're not going to be welcome. And if they come in and join the group and they become nasty, they'll be immediately removed. I'm going to have all notifications come into my iPhone 12 Pro Max. And anyone out of line, regardless of where I'm at, boom, I'm just going to ban you, right? I'm going to be keeping an eye on that forum like a hawk. This forum is not going to be a bashing woman forum or a bashing man forum. It's not going to be an anti-feminism forum because I'm not anti-feminism. I'm anti-radical feminism, but that's not feminism. That's not what gave women. Radical feminism is not what gave women equal rights. Feminism, women's lib, gave women equal rights. Okay? And then some women, many women, have taken it a bit too far where they seek out special privileges and they even get special privileges, right? And get away with doing things that men have never been able to get away with. And those are radical feminists. Those women will not be allowed in the forum. Those women will not be allowed in the forum. If they come in and they get out of line, they'll be banned. I'm just making it very clear. I want us to have civil, reasonable, down-to-earth, laid-back conversations. I want to build this thing. I want to build this thing as big as possible because men need this. And women do too, right? Now, ladies, you have your groups, right? You have your all-female groups, right? Just like women have the subreddit female dating strategy, right? Or dating strategies, right? This is going to be our version of the women's female dating strategy FDS forum with one difference. We're not going to allow the bashing of men or women. We're not, because you can't get anywhere bashing people. You can't get anywhere attacking people. That's part of the issue, right? If we're going to come back together, if men and women are going to start to come back together and start bonding more, we got to learn to get along with each other in this modern world we live in. But because we're being deterred by radical type of groups such as female dating strategy and, other, radical feminists and stuff like that, it's giving women that are not like that the wrong idea. It's brainwashing them, in my opinion, to start behaving like these women. Then what happens? Even the good women, they start behaving in ways that they really don't want to behave just because of what these other radical women are saying they should be like. They're being influenced by these women. I don't want there to be any influence to be any particular way on this forum or in general in life. I want people to come to this forum and be themselves and be relaxed and feel free to ask anything and everything. And let's have a discussion. And I'm willing to answer all of your questions in this forum free of charge. Free of charge. So that's what's coming soon in the next few days. That's what's coming soon within the next few days. We are at 29 minutes. I'm going to mention one more thing. Then I'm going to go over the first of two Reddit postings. One's a short one, and then one's a little bit of a longer one that I will get to after the break. They are regarding the topic. So, before I get to this Reddit posting that's titled, Why Men Don't Ask for Help and How We Can Change That, Tuesday, March 21st, University of Toronto. This was 4 years ago, but it still holds true to this day. So they were promoting this event. This is the subreddit Men's Rights, which for some reason I'm not logged into Reddit right now. When I log back in later on, I'm not going to do it now and ruin the show. I'm going to join this subreddit. I'm going to get to that in a second. I'm not going to read what's written below because they were just promoting this event, but there are guys that responded down below with comments that I'm going to read. And then I'm going to take a break and then come back to another Reddit posting. Men of Reddit, how many of you would like to ask for help, emotional support, a shoulder to cry on, or someone to console you, but don't because of lack of support and or fear of being thought of less than a man? This is from the subreddit Ask Men with 2.9 million members. Yeah, I think I'm already joined on that one, but I'm not logged in, so it says join there. All right, let me just mention one more thing here before I get to that Reddit posting. I want to pay a shout out to somebody that probably not a lot of people know, but at least some people know through one of the former drama communities I was involved with unintentionally, because I didn't even know it was a drama group initially, just kind of became one. This guy was a part of that group, but he never really wanted to be a part of drama. And I've been subscribed to his channel. I never unsubscribed because I always had respect for this guy. I always knew that this guy was better than most of these people, right? And he's withdrawn from these group of people, or from this group of people, I mean. And he's been creating content daily, sometimes multiple pieces of content daily. And he's sharing his thoughts about, sometimes in roundabout, he's sharing his thoughts about, you know, his experiences within that group and other things too. And sometimes he does it in a roundabout way. Other times he's pretty direct. But I've been watching all his videos and listening to them. He doesn't show his face. He just does a live stream on StreamYard, not showing his face, which is fine. I know who he is. He's a good guy, actually. And this guy goes by the name of NJ. I'm not going to say his last name, even though he said it publicly before. His name is NJ, and he runs the Ghost Dog Productions channel. And again, I want to mention to you tonight, NJ, like I have in the recent past, I respect what you're doing. I understand why you're doing it. You've always been a good guy, right? You just wanted to come out on social media and meet some great people and share in some good discussions, right? Initially, it was the same reason we all came out. Most of us guys that were a part of that drama group, you and I both used to be a part of, we came out here because we had issues with dating and with women and stuff, right? And we were all part of this former MGTOW group, men going their own way. And it was the most toxic thing I'd ever experienced in my entire life, right? And then all the guys that were a part of that big MGTOW movement that happened out here on YouTube about 3 to 4 years ago, started about 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago. A year after that, YouTube started, shutting down most of these channels because there was just so much hate. It was just So much hate. It was not only so much hate, there were guys trying to sell guys pipe dreams, and YouTube would shut down their channels for spam and deceptive practices. It was the most surreal thing I've ever seen. And it was just very, very toxic and very emotionally unhealthy and draining, right? What happened after that? All of us spun off and started doing our own thing, right? But wherever it spun off to, the group I spun off to, which is what I'm trying to say, and MJ continued the toxicity, right? And all MJ and I wanted to do is have conversations with these people and discuss, men's feelings, men's issues, but do it in a respectful and professional and mature way. And that didn't happen. So now MJ has finally realized that, hey, this is just too toxic for me. You've said it yourself, MJ. I don't know if you're going to watch this. Maybe somebody can tell MJ if you're watching right now and you know him. Okay. You did the right thing, man. You did the right thing. And coming out and talking about it is a great thing. And what MJ does is he has all comments disabled, and he has his likes and dislikes disabled. I do that too. So there's really no way you can communicate with MJ through those videos on his channel. Maybe he put all his videos on his channel to having comments turned off. Now, MJ, I can understand why you're doing that. But quite frankly, bro, I honestly feel you want to be a part of this discussion. I understand why you're doing what you're doing. It's your way. It's your space as a man in his early 50s that's gone through some things, right? It's your way of expressing yourself and letting it all out before it stays sucked in, and then you blow at some point, right? So I respect what you're doing. It's guys like MJ. It's guys like MJ. And MJ, listen, bro, I'm not here saying I'm any better than you or I'm trying to coach you or anything. I'm not. I actually care about you and people like you, right? And people like you, MJ, you need support. Just like I need support, bro. I may be a strong guy, right? And be happy with most aspects of my life, but I go through moments. I've gone through moments of loneliness and I've talked about it, right? Us guys need to better support each other. And MJ, in a respectful way, you coming out on YouTube and sharing your thoughts on a daily basis, I admire that. It's your way of basically crying out for support. And when I say crying out for support, I say it respectfully. Because there's nothing wrong with a man crying out for support. It's a figure of speech. You know what I'm talking about. You're not crying. But dude, you want to be a part of something. You want to be appreciated as a man, right? And this whole modern world has taken a toll on you just like it has on me and many other good men, right? The truth of the matter is, MJ, I want to support you. Legitimately. Legitimately want to support you. I don't hate you. I never have. Right? The negative experiences you and I had were because of the toxic group we used to be involved with. Right? And let me tell you this, MJ. Most people, I'm not saying all, and I know you don't care, which I understand that. Most people don't care about what you're saying on that stream, at least the target audience that knows about you, right? I'm not saying your message is not good. It is good, but you're hitting your message with the wrong audience, right? I'm saying that because out of all those people that watch those streams you've been doing lately, right? With your comments turned off and the likes and dislikes turned off and all that, I can tell you I'm probably the only one that gives a damn about you. Whether you think I give a damn about you or not, I actually do, bro. I give a damn about people in general, right? Again, I'm no better than you, bro. I'm no better than anyone, right? I just have a lot of experience. And I've been through a lot to the point of where most of this bullshit in this world nowadays doesn't bother me or faze me, right? And I want to help as many other men like you get to that point. I'm not saying you're not there, MJ, but what I can say is that us men need to better support each other. Heck, I'd like your support too. I actually like you, bro. I'm extending out the olive branch, right? And what's going to happen? The group that we used to be a part of, right, that we've withdrawn from, they're going to talk smack and they're going to say, oh, Eli's begging MJ to be his friend. They're going to make drama content. You know what that dude does, bro? I don't watch that stuff anymore. I'm too busy. I've got other things going on in my life, right? And that group, they can do their thing and they can dwell in each other's misery of drama for as long as they want or until they die, for all I care, right? You want to live a more positive, uplifting, and spiritual life, MJ, and I'm the same way. And I'm telling you this, when everyone else that watches your content, which is primarily still that drama group, when everyone else doesn't give a shit about you, just know I've got your back. And if you ever want to talk with me or work on something together, I've got some great guys and gals here that are now mods, and we're going to be working on stuff together. I would love for you to be a part of that if you want. If not, no worries. If you never want me to talk about you again, or if you want to tell me to piss off, no problem, I'll respect that. But I just wanted to acknowledge, what you've been doing lately and how much I respect it and appreciate it. I'm still subscribed to you with the bell banged and all notifications turned on. And I watch all your videos and I thumb them up. Anyway, we're at 42 minutes. Let's get to this quick Reddit posting here before we take a quick break. Let's go to the browser source here. Again, this is from the subreddit Men's Rights. Why men don't ask for help and how we can change that. And this was a promotion of a speech from a public speaker who was a doctor, registered psychologist in Canada. So I'm not going to read the event information because it happened 4 years ago, but I'm going to read some of the comments here that some of the guys wrote. The first one is, it's not really a mystery why men don't ask for help. Men's position on the social hierarchy is confidence/competence based. Two factors that demand you don't ask for help. Right. That's called the social stigma. That's what's happening. We're expected to not have any emotion or show any emotion just because we're a man and we have a penis. To change that, one would need to change the basis on which men compete and upon which women select. Good luck with that. Change the basis of what? Who creates the basis? Let me tell you something. I am the one that creates the basis for myself. I don't care about the social stigma. I don't care about what other people think. I don't care about, I love everybody, but don't get me wrong. I don't care about what most men and women think. I mean, I respect people and I'm nice to people, right? But I focus on what I like, what I want, and what makes me happy, right? And I don't associate I don't associate with people, which is what I'm trying to say, that are that way, that expect me to be that way, because I'm not going to be that way. And has that affected me in the dating world? Yes, it has. But some women respect it, right? The women that respect it, I've gone on dates with or I've dated for a while, right? Most of the women that I come across, they can't handle a guy like me because I'm real and honest, and I'm not afraid to express myself emotionally, to stand up for myself, and to just be me and be real, right? Nothing wrong with men asking for help at all, ever, ever, ever. Change that. One would need to change the basis on which men compete and upon which women select. Good luck with that. Well, dude, that's a shitty attitude to have. If that's the way you're going to think about it, then that's what's going to happen to you, right? You only get back what you put out. You only get back what you put out, I mean. University of Toronto better get ready for the feminist backlash and protests. All the craziest protest videos come from Toronto. Toronto is the feminist capital of Canada. Still is. Because the feminists mock men with "I drink male tears." Oh, come on. One more here before we take the break. Men have been asking for help. Society just doesn't want to accept men's requests. Why is that? Because women all stick together. Even the women that don't believe in some of the, radicalized things that the radical feminists do, because the radical feminists are so strong and they have strong groups, they're able to get these non-radicalized women a lot of the times indoctrinated into their agenda. How do we combat that? Number one, it does not need to be combated. We need to give men the same support that women have been giving to each other. Good, bad, or indifferent, women have support, lots of it. Men have zero support. And honestly, I have lots of great friends still to this day. Do I hang out with them a lot? No. Why? Because when I want to talk about certain things that involve emotions, they don't want to talk about it. Men don't want to hear about that stuff, right? They don't. Why? Because they're closed off. Why? Because they're unhappy within themselves about certain things. Maybe women, maybe their work or whatever, right? Men do not naturally support each other. And we need to. It's always been every man out for themselves, even back in the days of traditionalism, right? And that's still true to this day, right? But because of the way things are and the incredible amounts of support that women get nowadays, we need to more so now than ever, guys, start supporting each other. Emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And we need to help each other become physically stronger, physically fitter, physically healthier. It's about men's health. Just read this sub for a few weeks and you will see exactly what help men are asking for. It is not in the form of tears and counseling. It is in the form of equal treatment in the courts, medical systems, and with employment. That's the help we need, and we are asking for it. Here's the thing, guys. Okay? If you don't want to go down the path of being mistreated in the court system, don't do something that's going to end you up in court. Don't marry someone that you're not compatible with. The majority of divorces happen because men rush into marrying a woman just because that woman was cute and gave them the time of day, and it never works out. A lot of times, guys, you can prevent a lot of these things that you feel are unfair by taking your time to get to know women before committing to them and marrying them. Yes, when you get to court, yes, it's a little bit more skewed in the woman's favor, right? Most of the time. Some of the time, hey, if the woman's the breadwinner, it's the opposite way around, right? But guys, why put yourself in that position in the first place where she can take you to court and take half your money? A woman that has that type of attitude, okay, was already more than likely that way before she met you. So you should have gotten to know her better and realized that and figured it out before you married her. And if she wasn't that way legitimately before you got married, maybe you weren't doing your part in the marriage. So you deserve to have your stuff taken. This is the problem with men. They don't have the support nowadays to understand these things. So they just blame everything on the court system, the medical system, and all that, right? I'm not saying it's not true, but it's not as bad as they're making it appear to be, making it sound to be. That's the help we need, and we are asking for it. Okay? Edit. I'm not bashing this event at all, just pointing out that when we ask for help, we usually are disregarded unless the issue fits the right narrative. Well, when most guys are not going to support you on this, and then all women across the globe are supporting each other, you're outnumbered, right? How are guys ever going to have a fair shot of this thing turning around, right? Unless we all stick together, right? If every single woman on the planet is together on equal rights for women and feminism and women's lib, being independent, they're all together on that, right? They're all on the same page. We've got to get all men on the same page and get all men to be able to support each other and be vocal about it and not be closed off and hide behind, the scenes. Like a lot of you guys come out here on Reddit or social media, you don't show your picture. You use a fake name or a different username. You don't want to be identified, right? I love being a public figure. There's a lot of scrutiny that comes with it, but you know what? I love it. That's what makes me a man. One of the main things that makes me a man is my purpose, which is what I'm doing here. And I don't want to hide my purpose. I want to teach you guys that you shouldn't have to hide it either. All right. So that is that. We are at 53 minutes. I'm going to come back over to full screen. Been very proud of the internet lately. Like, these streams have been running flawlessly. Come back to full screen and cue up some royalty-free YouTube music. Take a quick break and then come back and go over one more Reddit posting and then call it a night. Ended up not having plans today. Something may come up tomorrow. I may go on a hike tomorrow. If not, I may do one stream in the evening again, or maybe sooner than that. Keep it locked to the Coach Eli Television Network, and you'll be notified when I go live. All right. Cue it up, baby. Cue it up. Cue it up. Cue it up. Come on, come on, come on. One more. All right, music is all queued up. I'm going to step away for about a 6 or 7 minute break or so. And when I get back, we're going to wrap up the show with this Reddit topic. Men of Reddit, how many of you would like to ask for help, emotional support, a shoulder to cry on, or someone to console you, but don't because of lack of support and or fear of being thought of less of a man? That's coming up right after the break, so stick around, round. We'll be right yeah, we're back. Oh yeah. Yes. Oh yeah, baby. Pump it up. The song is called Here We Go Again by Silent Partner from the YouTube audio library. All right. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on the Coach Eli television network, primarily broadcasting live on YouTube at youtube.com/Life Coach Eli. We're also simulcasting live on Facebook and D Live. If you're on Facebook and D Live and you want to get more than just these in-studio live stream simulcasts, if you want to get all of the mobile live streams, okay, if you want to get pre-recorded content at the highest quality in 4K at 60 frames per second, like the 54-minute video I released a few days ago, okay, if you want to get members-only content, I am a monetized channel on YouTube, and I have a wonderful members-only package with 21 members-only videos already and 2 members-only live stream replays and much more members-only content coming soon exclusively to channel members of my YouTube channel. You're going to have to come over to YouTube at youtube.com/Life Coach Eli, or just search Coach Eli, Elias Melas in the YouTube search bar. Subscribe, bang the bell, and make sure you select all notifications so you won't miss a single thing when it comes to getting the best possible grip on your life. And folks, I personally, and the group of people that support me here, the moderators and many others, will support you too. And, well, let me just read the topic real quick before I recap the first segment here for a second. The topic of tonight's stream is why men don't ask for help. Guys, we need to start supporting each other. One more time. Why men don't ask for help. Guys, we need to start supporting each other. If you missed the first part of the show, I shared a couple of things. One very important thing, I'm going to be starting a subreddit, a Reddit community for men's emotional health, where we're going to be discussing men's issues, not just issues with women, but just issues within ourselves, emotional issues, mental issues, spiritual issues, physical issues such as, weight gain, being physically healthy. We're going to be discussing all of that. We're also going to be inviting and highly encouraging women to be a part of this group as well. But there are going to be some rules, and I shared those rules in great detail. If you want to learn more about that, go back and check out the replay of the first segment, and everything is clearly explained there. If you have any further questions, please comment below wherever you're at, on D Live, on YouTube or Facebook, or you can email me at coacheli@coacheliasmelas.com. So, anyway, that is that. What else was I going to say? Yeah, here's the thing. To the guys that may be watching this, you guys may be thinking that you're alone in this world. You guys may be thinking that you grew up during the wrong time, or things are just not fair nowadays, okay? Things are a lot more fair than you think. But it's all how you show up within yourself and how you tackle this modern world we all live in. It doesn't have to be the way it appears to be. Okay? It can be any way you choose for it to be. But you first of all have to start off by being true to yourself, having self-respect, and having self-love. I always say that. It starts with self-love and self-respect, right? Because in life, you're only going to get back what you give. Let me say this one more time. You're only going to get back what you give. And if you come across people that are rude to you, that are, demeaning, that attack you, that criticize you, that shame you, you don't need to deal with those people. You don't need to feel like you have to give them a piece of your mind. Eliminate those people. Don't waste your energy on them. Save your energy for the good people that come around. Keep just being you. Keep being you. And when you're you, eventually when the right people come around, when the right woman comes around, or the right people come around that actually respect you and respect people that are like you, you're going to naturally bond with those people. It's going to be very easy. Save your energy for the good people, not the bad. That's what I wanted to say there. All right. Let's get back to the browser screen and get to this final Reddit posting before I go off the air. Right now, we've been on for an hour and 10 minutes. We're going to be going off the air probably in about 20 to 30 minutes. So get your questions, comments, and concerns in the chat right now, and I'll address them before I go off the air. We have one person on Facebook. Say hello. I'll be periodically checking in on the Facebook side of things and responding to you. And nothing happening on the live. All right. So this is from the subreddit Ask Men. And the question posed, this was 2 years ago, but still very much so holds true to this day. Men of Reddit, how many of you would like to ask for help, emotional support, a shoulder to cry on, or someone to console you, but don't because of a lack of support and or fear of being thought of less of a man? Man, I used to feel that way in my younger days. And then I grew up and I just started to just really more so love and appreciate who I am deep within. To the point of where deep within, I got the attitude and still have the attitude this day to where I don't give a shit about what anyone thinks about me, right? I don't come out and say that. I'm saying it now because I'm trying to teach you folks a lesson. It's something that you feel about yourself deep within. When you say, I don't give a shit about what anyone thinks about me, it doesn't mean you're going to be rude to people. It means that the only opinion of yourself that matters is your own. I keep saying that all the time through many various pieces of content I do. But the truth of the matter is the only opinion of yourself that matters is your own. And you're going to have lots of people in your life come at you trying to derail you for whatever reason, right? Primarily because they're unhappy with their lives and they want to kick you down to their level so that way they can feel better about themselves. Don't give them that. Just ignore them because their opinion of you doesn't matter. No one's opinion of you really matters, okay? It doesn't, right? But again, it doesn't mean be rude to people. If people approach you respectfully, professionally, and maturely, like grown adults, right? Then value their opinion. If their opinion is a negative opinion just to get a reaction from you, don't value that opinion. Don't let it get to you. Move on. Right around the corner, there's a better person to deal with, right? Don't waste your energy on negativity at all. Don't do that. All right. Let's get down. Well, let's read what was said here from the original poster. Went through a rough time about last week. I was mess. Well, you need to work on your grammar. I was in a mess and needed to talk to someone. I realized that all of my male friends don't know how to talk and comfort another man about his feelings besides, let's go to the strip club or I'll suck your beep boop pee-pee, okay? If that'll make you happy. While my ex could get an instant support group with her female friends and they'd help her build herself up again, check up on her, distract her, and anything else she needs to get through her bumps in the road. Bro, I'm going to give you a big round of applause for that right now. I feel exactly the same way. That's why I don't hang out with my friends a lot anymore. I still do at times. But my friends, when I need emotional support, they don't want to talk about it. But when they need emotional support, they're like, oh, Eli's never around when I need him, but he wants me to be there when he needs me. It's a two-way street, guys. And why can't us guys emotionally support each other? That doesn't make us any less of a man. It makes us more of a man. That we're open and honest with our feelings. Men have feelings too. Dude, that was well written. That was absolutely well freaking written. Let's go down to the comments right now. One of these guys says, have asked, received silence, kept silent. Right. So you reached out to your guy friends, your supposed guy friends that love you, right? They're your brothers, right? Your brothers, right? Your bros, right? Bros before, I can't say that, I'll get demonetized at least, right? And then you go to your brothers when you need something and they don't want to talk about it. They're silent. So you kept silent. You kept it bottled deep within. And it kept on bothering you. And it probably still is bothering you, right? One day, brother, you're going to blow unless you talk about it. I understand, though. I understand why it happens. Same here. When I have opened up, no one gave a shit and treated me like I'm inconveniencing them because I'm struggling mentally or physically, or even emotionally, brother. Right. Yeah. I've done that. That speaks for itself. Give me a second here. Hang on. Hang on a second. All right. Give me a second here, folks. I've been talking with this nice woman, and she tried calling my phone. You see, you didn't hear it because I have that all put to silent and stuff. All right. I told her I'll be available for a call in about 40 to 45 minutes. Let's see what she says. Maybe we'll go hiking tomorrow. Who knows? Wait, straight women told you that you waking up to being touched in a certain way by your male roommate, I can't say that word, I don't want to get demonetized, wasn't sexual assault? That's so stupid. I'm almost impressed. Where did that come from? It says continue this thread. Maybe it was above there. Okay. All right. That didn't make sense because there was no previous content on it. Let's continue. Hey, I just want to say that is an absolute atrocity what happened to you. And it was made so much worse by how the people charged with protecting you responded. They acted absolutely deplorably, and that is on them, not on you. Please know that a stranger on the internet is rooting for you. I hope you're doing better. Fighting against this shit is hard, but I honestly believe we are going to make it better, and things are going to be a lot different 5 years from now. Well, unless we get a group or a male support group, male emotional support group, and really start to support each other emotionally, guys, it's never going to change. It's never going to change. And I'm going to do my best to get this going. Like within the next few days. Let's see who shows up. Let's see who participates. I have only told one person in real life about being raped by two teen girls when I was 8. My ex, who ended up leaving me in part because of that confession. Sorry. But most times I've brought it up on Reddit. I've had some pretty awful receptions. Everything from men can't be raped to I wish that was me to people straight up calling me a liar. I have been to uni and know exactly how much they care about male problems. They don't. Nobody supports men anymore nowadays. Men are not being supported. That's the problem. As in, not at all. And I am sorry that you experienced similar things, but in real life. I had the luck that I never saw my rapist again and never had to rely on an unreliable institution to at least get me away from the predator. I know how it is when men are taken advantage of in ways that are typically more so ways that women are taken advantage of by men, right? When it's flipped around, law enforcement laughs. Your job is going to laugh. Your university is going to laugh, right? Hang on a second. Hold on a second. All right. That woman just got back to me. I am so sorry that happened to you. Thank you for sharing your experience and perspective. As a straight chick, it angers me that others dismissed you. I see the imbalance. It saddens me. All victims of assault matter. In my opinion, your story is a detrimental example of the radical feminism going on. This is a woman saying this. All victims of assault matter, not just guys and not just girls. Again, thanks for sharing. Maybe you'll be the guy others will turn to for the support you needed back then. Right. So he's been bottling this within him for quite a while, and it's been affecting him. Apparently, this guy was raped by a woman in his younger days, probably taken advantage of by an older woman, right? Oh, God, I'm so sorry. This is such a god-awful way to treat people, and you deserve so much better than you got. Men absolutely can be taken advantage of just as much as women can, and it happens so much more often than is documented because of the way people think about it. I have always been disgusted with that mindset, and I am so glad you feel you made it through the slump. I hope you're doing well now. Please know that there are heterosexual women out there who do hear and believe you. Lots of love to you, Internet Sir. This is not fake, folks. Somebody would not come out on Reddit and just BS something like this. Yeah, nowadays, women can slap you, beat you up, and then just scratch their own face, call the cops, and say that you beat them up. And you, as the guy, will go to jail, even though you did nothing wrong. That's part of the system that has to change. But guys, you also have to better pre-qualify your women and find out how emotionally stable they are before you continue dating them. You can actually find that out pretty quickly once you become as intuitive as I am. And I can help you build up to that level of intuition. There's been a lot of work by various organizations trying to get this problem known to the public and make a difference, because stuff like this is reprehensible. Every single time they're shut down by feminists. Yeah, I have to agree. I have nothing more to add to that. I'm so sorry that happened to you, both the assault and everything you went through afterwards. Just because you're a man doesn't mean your pain doesn't count or isn't as important as a woman's. It is. Never let anyone tell you any different. This is a forum where I'm going to start talking with these people and making them aware of my forum as well. We're going to really start to hone in on this. We're gonna really start to give men the emotional support that we deserve to have. We're at 1 hour and 24 minutes, folks. We're going off the air in about 5 or 6 minutes. Get your questions, comments, and concerns, and I'm going to read a couple more here. I'm really sorry this happened to you. It is unreal the lengths people will go to invalidate male victims of sexual assault and rape. It makes me sad and angry to see how typically the same woman who raises awareness and shows support to female victims will treat male victims like shit. It is so hypocritical and harmful, and there really needs to be more support for men. I agree. I'm going to give you a big round of applause for that. I completely agree with that. Yeah. There's lots of support for women, like I've been saying all along. Nothing new about that. In spite of the ever-rising complaints of discouragement, which happens in a fairly small amount of cases. But what about the men who get told that they can't be raped, that they should enjoy it, man up, or are met with angry looks and voices literally after experiencing something this traumatic? That's real rape culture right there, perpetuated by people who claim to fight against it. Well, here's the thing. The reason why men are shamed on this is because it very rarely happens to men. But just because it rarely happens doesn't mean okay, even if it occasionally happens. Rape is rape, whether it happens to a man or a woman. And men need support on this. This guy has been probably emotionally traumatized with this all his life because no one wants to talk with him about it or no one believes him, right? Why would any guy come out and say, I got raped, if it wasn't true? They do shit like this to men, then preach about a rape culture. Sorry this happened to you. Right. I don't really have a fear of being thought of less of a man if I show my emotions. Good. I feel the same way. Big round of applause for that, bro. Yes, big round of applause for that, dude. I feel the same way. I already rarely show my emotions towards others or just negative emotions like crying, grieving, or sadness. I just deal most of my negativities myself. Because often the person I want to talk to with most is the source of my sorrow. It is nice if I can find a friend whom I can share my emotions with, but a few attempts show no positive results. Well, sounds like you want to share, these situations. All right, and open up to other guy friends emotionally, right? But most men are having their own issues, and they've been taught and raised, and the social stigma has told them that you're a man up, suck it up, keep it deep within, hold it in. It's not healthy. I'm going to help these people. I'm going to help as many people as possible get to the level where I'm at. To not be afraid to express yourself emotionally as a man. I'm not saying go out there and be like a lady and be emotional all day, every day. That's normal for women. I'm not saying whine and complain like a little female dog. What I'm saying is you're going to have moments that you need emotional support. And that is perfectly normal and healthy even for men. It is. All right, folks. We're at 1 hour and 28 minutes. I'm going to start wrapping this up here. I have a phone call to make. And then I'm going to relax. And who knows, maybe I'll even come back for a late night show if I'm up to it. Or sometime tomorrow morning if I don't end up going hiking. I might go hiking tomorrow. Let's go back to full screen and wrap this up. Let me just check out Facebook real quick. Nothing happening on Facebook, nothing happening on D Live, and nothing happening on YouTube. And I believe it's a holiday weekend this weekend. It is Labor Day weekend. So a lot of people are going out of town, except in our area, in Northern California. They're not going to the Tahoe area because there are fires there. but people are doing other things. Not a lot of people have been on the streams lately, which is totally fine. They can catch the replay. But thank you to everyone that was here today. If you're watching on the replay, thank you for watching. Please comment, like, share, subscribe. Help me get this message out, folks. I really want to help as many people as possible from the bottom of my heart. I know there are many guys out there that are struggling with this. Okay? I know there are many guys struggling with this, and I really, truly want to help each and every one of you. And same with you ladies as well. I'm about helping men and women here. That being said, have yourselves a great, great night. I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye. Bye.